Here we have the front of my 2018 Ford Explorer. Heavy object went and hit the grill while I was driving down the highway. Took a big chunk out of it. So today we are going to take the front area off the vehicle and see if we can't get this changed out. In order to get this grill out, what we're going to have to do actually is drop the whole bumper off. In order to do that, we've got to pull this plate off the top. We'll pull these bolts out here, and then we'll come in, and also there's some push pins here and here. We'll get this out of the way first and see what's next. First thing we're going to do is get this push pin out. Oops. Come in here with the 10mm wrench. Get these guys out of here. Some are different than others. That end one is longer on the end. So remember which ones went where. And then this guy just lifts off. We'll put that up out of the way. We'll sit that up there for now. So from here now you can see that this whole thing is loose, but you can't get it without bringing down the whole bumper. So we're going to go around the edges and pull the bumper fasteners off. So come in here. Behind the bumper there's a lot of small screws. Those guys all have to come out, and that will free up part of this. So let's see if we can get in there and figure that out. I'm pretty sure there is a millimeter equivalent for these, but a 7/32 socket seems to fit them. And there's those two in there. I'll pop them out. Looks like there might even be one up there, and one way down there. We'll get them out and see what we got. And then this, just gonna pull on it. Yep, that does just pop out. You just have to pull on it, don't bend it. And right there, there's a fastener, and right up here there's one. You can get to this pretty easy. I'm going to pop them out. Okay, the 2018s are not like the others that I've seen in videos. In order to get this separation here, there are 3 bolts between the body and the bumper that go in this way on the inside. The only way I can see to get at those, not from inside anyway, you've got to get them from in the wheel well. Now, I have not removed the whole wheel well skirt thing. I am trying to squash in by peeling that back and working. Let me see if I can get up in here. There they are. One, got that one out, and there's one back here right near the edge. 1, 2, 3. If you pull the bumper, the wheel well cover thingy out, you might be able to get to them pretty easy. But as it is right now, I'm just being patient, slowly backing those out. I don't like it. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully there's no more like that. All right, we're under the car, and there's a bunch of 8mm that go around. There's a black one there. All right, there's also 3 8mm. 1, 2, 3 that hold the bumper onto the car. So we'll get those off and see if the bumper comes out. Okay, we got the screws and all the bolts out. There were a lot of them. Those 6 blind ones, 3 over in here and 3 on the other side. I was not expecting that. This is a 2018. Other videos I've seen online have a couple different bolts that are way easier to get to. But I did get them out. So let's see if this pops off. And yank. And hey, there's wires. Undo these before I cause trouble. This pops right out. Alright, so I'm looking at this. This is where those 3 bolts were that are blind from up in here. You got to get to them from in the wheel well. I don't see any other good way in there. You know, maybe. Yeah, there's no good way in there. Alright, on this piece, this all comes out. This part, and it actually clips in here. There's 4 clips. There's one here. There's one here. There's one here. One here. And that should, another one here. And it just clips off. This whole thing should just come apart. Actually, this is kind of weird. So there's a, you may need this. There's an inner part. There's a lot of clips in here I was not expecting. And it's like there's also a sensor in here. This looks like maybe a temperature sensor. So I'm gonna come back in here and carefully remove this sensor. Looks like, okay, this temperature sensor here. This is a 7mm bolt, and it's got some of these press-in clip things. Use one of these green squeegee tools. Get that out. Aha. Alright, kind of pull up on this like that. There we go. All right, that pops out. Let's see what we got. All right, there it is. And let's see what the new one looks like. New one looks just like it. It's got the got this black part on the bottom. So I'm just going to reverse the order and see if I didn't miss anything putting this back in. There's all these tabs that have to go in these slots. The tabs are on the bumper, and the slots are on the grill. And they should click. This one's made, this one's made, made. There's a few up here. These are all clipped. That's clipped, and this one on the end is clipped. So that looks like it's in. Put this little guy back on. Just what he was sitting right in there. Squish them in. Alright, that's all back in. So in here, there's these louvers. And this one, they're computer controlled. They go up and down. This one seems to have popped out. The pin is not broken. Parts is parts. I think I can, oh man, there's parts everywhere. I think I can get that popped back in without any issue. Oh yeah, that was a super easy pop to get that little louver thing back in. Getting all that back on though. I looked real close at those 6-blind bolts, and you gotta go in through the wheel well. The right way to do this is to either pull the wheels off and get the wheel well shroud out of there, or just squeeze your hand in blind like I did. All right, we'll put her back together now. Get this other thing back in there where the other one was. That was easy. Let's make sure that's out of the way. Lift up, and that's that. Then the bolts from inside will suck that closed. Alright, I'm going to bolt the top in so it doesn't fall down, and then go back in the garage, start working the rest. There it is, all back together. Took about 3 hours. Wasn't too bad, other than those 3 bolts on each side up hiding inside the wheel well. So beware of this one. It's not as easy as some of the other videos you see because of those 6 extra bolts. Later.